Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over your weekly preview for the week of February 10th, 2025. Gonna go over Pan's Vale, Underspire, Epic Trial, SOULFORGE, Glory Shop, Tradestone. Quickly go over the world event. I already have a video out there though. If you haven't seen it already, it's out there. Put it out not super early this morning, but like 8 a.m. or something like that. Not too late, not too early. Or maybe it was a little bit later than that. I don't remember. But yeah, we'll get everything else done right now. I gotta do it kind of quick. Got a kid homesick today. That's what's going on. That's why it's kind of a weird start time. But I'm gonna try to get it in. I do not have a thumbnail. What am I doing? Don't do that. Gems of War. I'll put a chapter in so you can skip all this early nonsense of me setting up the stream. Talking to myself. No, I'm not AI. Tags I'll have to do later. Gems of War is the game. How's it going, Eric B? What up, Brian Walker? My little songs in between are like just elevator music. They're not really anything. Some people try to say what song it is. There's no song in my head. I'm just dooting. Sure. No, not that. Why do I gotta hit the wrong buttons? Set frequency. Hopefully tomorrow it's back to normal. Putting out like a video at reset and then streaming. I don't know. I've been thinking about streaming at noon though. So today was not supposed to be this late. But I've been thinking about starting to stream at noon. The only day I don't like that for is like Mondays and Fridays. But I don't want to make it a different time either. I want to make it the same time so you know what time I'm on. That way there's like, hey, if he's streaming, he's on at this time. And usually it's 10 a.m. EST. So I don't know. I'm like struggling to decide if I want to keep it at 10 a.m. or if I want to move it to noon. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I'm late. You're fine. You're on time. Let me refresh. I just ate too. I don't know if that's a good thing. No. Oh, you're clicking the wrong stuff, you dummy. I got the itchy trigger finger here. Trying to hurry up. And I'm clicking all the wrong things. Alright, where should we go in the game? Let's talk a little bit about World Event. Breath of Decaying Air. Scoring seemed pretty easy. It was rarity order. Base rarity. So if you see the cyan color, death, that's worth the most points. If you do not see that, look for the legendary color, the orangish color, orangish. And that would be the next best thing. Then the worst is, I think, satyr something. It's probably the blue. So you're looking for purple if you don't see yellow. Hitting like, jumping to the chat. And refresh this. Come on, stupid crap top. Crap top wearing a crop top, showing its nipples. Mark it off the bingo. Showing its tramp stamp. Butt crack is showing. We gotta add that into the train. We got a tramp stamp. If anybody runs out there, you're getting a tramp stamp today. The heck is that? Oh, that's my phone. I turned that down. What are you talking about? Stupid ad popped on. Alright, got that. Alright, who's here? Live chat. Boop. Alright, Eric B, Brian Walker, the Professor. Let's go. Alright, so Breath of Decaying Air, the breath of the Decaying Queen, was hidden throughout Pan's Vale, and we needed to recover it for Tessarion's research. Use Beast to find Queen's breath by defeating enemies in Pan's Vale. Would I be able to read that good if I was a... Anyway. The metal is Skull and Spell. You want to use Spell, I'm telling you. Never use Skull. Only if they say you have to use Skull, there's no Spell. Then you use Skull. But when it's Skull and Spell, you always use Spell, pretty much. Like 90-something% of the time. Here, we would do Voiceless Golem, because it's rarity order. This is my low-level team. So basically, just to TLDR, I'm not going to go over every single team. If you're low-level, use Black Manacles. If you're high level, use the Ruby Weapon. If you don't have the ruby weapon and you want to use something a little bit... If you don't want to use the black manacles and you don't have the ruby weapon, I went with Frost Feather, pretty much, and then Willow. They both hit all enemies. That's what you want to see, is stuff that hits all enemies. So, black manacles if you're low level. I got Bork. Bork's really good for this. Black manacles really good. Somebody said Chris Hound. I think it was Professor. The reason I never look at that is because that Dingleberry does Chris Hound all the time, so it's kind of like Theodorovich. I just don't like it because of him. It's like a Dingleberry idea. And I think it works, though. Just annoys me, because it's like Theo. Where's Chris Hound at? Is he not in it? Where is he? Let's do A to Z. Forget why. Somebody said Chris Hound, is it? Oh, there it is. So it halves an enemy's armor and creates 9 to 13 blue gems. I mean, why would you use this instead of, like, Bork or the ruby weapon or like... I don't know why people use it. I'm not a big fan. I get it creates blue, that's cool. But you have to cast it first. You have to get it up first. Then you have to cast it. And then you make the blue. And then you're going to cast your real damage dealer. I feel like 50% starting Bork and just taking a little bit of yellow or brown or just getting it up right away and then casting it gets up your weapon about the same way, and you get to... I don't know. It's not my favorite thing. It's like a Theodorovich Dingleberry idea. That's why I don't like it. But it probably works. Probably does. But it hits one target. It's not going to kill the whole other team. It's going to make blue for your ruby weapon. So I get that idea, but... I mean, you have to cast it first. Like, you have to get it up, and then you have to cast it. You have to get it up, the enemy gets a turn. You have to cast it, the enemy gets a turn. And then you get to cast your weapon. You know what I mean? So, is it really faster? I don't know. I'm just getting up black manacles and casting it, or just getting up the ruby weapon and casting it, and everything is leading to that. I don't have to cast any... I don't know, I have to cast Bork, I guess, but... I don't know. It's probably about the same. Either way, like, the ruby weapon's the one taking out everything, so you don't really need to do damage while you're mana generating. But yeah, low level, black manacles, high level, ruby weapon. And if you don't want to use black manacles, and you don't have the ruby weapon, I'd say Frost Feather or Willow. Bork's a really good mana generator for this. Use the wand if you're doing Frost Feather or Willow. That's the world event. Get your medals, make sure you collect your rewards, because you get tokens. The medal is the event. Make sure you equip your medals and your badges. Buy up in the shop until you get a medal. I bought tier 3. You want your explode and your enchant potion anyway. So that's pretty much the world event. And I have a video if you want the teams, like the team codes and to see the teams in action. Go check it out. It's on the channel. Just click on my face, go to videos, and it's the newest video. It's not hard to find. Decaying air, I know. Was it farting or something? Brian says, I played it early this morning, didn't buy anything, got pretty far, picking lowest matches. Yeah, you don't really even have to. It's not like you get more points for using the medal. If you can win without the medal, like, it's not like the other events where you have to use a troop to get double points. You don't have to use the medal. It just makes it so much stronger. Like, yeah. So if you're low level and you don't have any gems, like, you can still play the event without the medal. Anyway, I already should have put a chapter in. I'm an idiot. But we'll do weekly preview start / SOULFORGE. And let me know if your SOULFORGE is any different than mine. And I'll rank your mythics or your legendaries or whatever. But let's start here. Gone but not forgotten. New ultra rare troop, Zombie Goat. Get this troop with glory from the awards tab of the shop. Breath of Decaying Air. Experience our new world event with your guild mates. Play world event battles every day to unlock rewards. Crown of Decaying Queen for another 55 days. This mythic troop is still there until Friday. So it comes out of the drop table on Friday. If you throw any keys this week, it's the only new mythic you're going to get. It's the only mythic at all you're going to get. Week of Undead. All Undead gain 10% of their skills. Week of Beasts. All Beasts gain 10% of their skills. And bonus Souls. Use the Zombie Goat in PvP and Explore to gain 40 souls. SOULFORGE. Let's check it out. See what we got. Alright, what's the mythics? We got Scorpius. Sycorax. The Onyx Giant. And Dread Captain Grimm. First three are interesting. They're useful. They're not top tier or anything. There's no, like, S tiers. You should probably keep saving if you're saving for S tiers. But these are kind of like the next tier down. Under, you know how it goes. Like, Ironhawk and High King Irongut and Takshaka. That's like one tier. Like the S tiers. You know, maybe even Arakthian Weaver and Lord of Slaughter and Tina, and all those are like S tier. A tier is like your Guard's Avatar, your Phoenicia, your Scourge of Honor, stuff like that. Now this is like a little bit further down, maybe B plus or B tier, somewhere around there. I really like Sycorax too. Try not to be biased. I haven't used it much lately, but I might be a little bit biased and call it the best one here this week. Because what are we going to say? Scorpius is better? Maybe, if you have your rally. Are we going to say the Onyx Giant is better? Sometimes I use it when it's like a giant, you know, like the Balder Onyx Giant team. So yeah, I'm going to say Sycorax is my favorite here. 25 blue, green, brown, Black Hawk, Elemental Mystic. Double a chosen color gem on the board, then create 3 more gems of that color. Give life to all allies of that color. So what I like to do is like the Psycho Mega Missy, I'll loop with Sycorax. Whenever Mistralis gets up, I cast it. She gets an extra turn, so it's free damage. She also has an enchant every time you do the 4 or 5 gem match. And then you have Megavore on the bottom. It does an instant kill. Has a chance to instant kill every time you do that, every time you're looping. So you're looping, get up Mistralis, cast it for free. Looping, get up Mistralis, cast it for free. Looping, cast, but you know, and like the enemy never gets a turn. And the whole while you're like attempting to instant kill. So it's really cool. It isn't like the fastest thing ever, but it's really fun, and you really can't lose. Once you get the Sycorax going, you're not going to lose. So I don't know. That's kind of what I use it for. Stuff like that to set off third traits that, you know, on a team of all the same color usually, like all blue or all brown or all green. We'll give Scorpius second place this week because it's still useful. 28 yellow, purple, brown, Drifting Sands monster. Deal damage to the last 2 enemies. The damage is lethal on any poisoned enemy. So just use it with your rally. Your rally will do the poison on 4 or 5 gem match. And then you hit them with Scorpius and they die. It's pretty cool. And to make sure that they can die, you can use Bane of Mercy to curse them. So they can definitely be poisoned, so they can then definitely be lethally killed by Scorpius. Next up, we got the Onyx Giant. He's one that I was really kind of too low on, and then I've adjusted, you know, as time's gone by, and I've played with it more. I kind of like it a little more than I used to like it. It's not terrible. It's like a B-. 21, blue, purple, brown, Stormheim, Elemental Giant. Deal scatter damage, then convert 8 gems of a chosen color to Uber Doomskulls. The real thing you learn with this troop is to choose a color that there's 8 or less of. That way you know exactly what's going to happen. So if you got like 8 blue, you know they're all going to change to Uber Doomskulls, and you kind of know exactly what's going to happen. So once you learn to use it right, it's kind of better. Create 2 Uber Doomskulls when I take skull damage. Reduce damage from skulls by 50%. So like I was saying, we got like some B tier mythics here. If you're really saving and you're patient, you should probably keep saving. But hey, if you want to craft Sycorax, I'm probably not going to talk you out of it. I would say make sure you have Ironhawk and High King Irongut, but... Alright, Dread... I always want to call him Crafton. Because the Dread... Like, Dread Crafton. Dread Crafton Grimm. Like, you see how it's all R's? Like, I don't have a speech impediment. It's just like, Dread Crafton Grimm. Like, they're all R's. So you want to call him Crafton. But is he crap? Deal damage to all enemies boosted by booty gems in my treasure maps. Then create 3 booty gems and gain 2 treasure maps. I never really use him. He doesn't hit very hard. He's boosting off of treasure maps. Like, I don't know. He's not very good. He was like a campaign troop, like a pay troop. They can never make those too awesome or else people complain. So, I don't know. I thought he'd be cool, but he didn't end up hitting that hard. So, he's our last place this week for the Mythics and the SOULFORGE. Alright, for legendaries, we got Goblin King, Scion, Hyndla, and the Werestag. Kind of a weird mixture. Goblin King is not good, so we can throw him to the bottom. Scion is kind of like a defensive legendary. Hyndla, you know, she used to be really good. She's still okay. And Werestag. Guess I'll say Hyndla's the best, but definitely not something you should craft. 15 blue-green Stormheim Elemental Giant. Deal splash damage to an enemy and freeze all affected enemies. Summon a giant troop. So some pretty good splash damage with the summon. It's alright. And then we got the Werestag, I would give second. 16 green, yellow, Forest of Thorns, Beast Monster. Deal true damage to the first and last enemies. Then create 3 Doom Skulls for each Lycanthropy gem on the board. Does Lycanthropy, though, that scares people away. I'm not saying it's good, it's second, though. Then we have Prize Scion. 15 blue, purple, Darkstone, Demon. Deal true scatter damage. Drain 7 mana from all enemies. Steal enemy mana when dealing skull damage. And last is Goblin King. You would think a Goblin King would be good, but he's not. 14 green, brown, Zacian. High King Iron Gut is good. He's the High King. He's way better than the Goblin King. Goblin King just eats food and gets fat, and he's a slob. 14 green, brown, Zacian, Goblin. Remove all gems of a chosen color. That gives you nothing, except for a little board control. Gain 8 life. Woo! Summon a Goblin. Gain an extra turn. If you have Flaming Oni, you would never use this guy ever. And even before I had Flaming Oni, I never used this guy ever. And he has no good traits. He's a terrible... He's probably one of the worst goblins. And he's a legendary goblin. And he's called the Goblin King. So it's like, you're so disappointed. He's the Goblin King. He's a legendary goblin. And he just isn't... he's just not any good. It's disappointing. He's like the picture of... If you look up disappointment in the dictionary, next to the picture of me, you're going to have a picture of the Goblin King. Alright, weapons. Is there anything here? Lost Chant, Explode Green Gems, Wild Folk. Always something you want to grab if you can. It's not like imperative. You can leave the week without it, but it's, you know, explodey weapons you want to get. Tooth of the Wild, another explodey weapon for Wild Folk. Daisy's Cudgel, another explodey weapon for Pan's Veil. A lot of explodies this week. Prism Staff is Prism Poop. Doomed Plunger. Loot of the Poop. We have Glaive of Many Goats, a tool for your tool belt, and one of the better tools. Not something you're going to use all the time, but you like to have it hanging off of your tool belt. Get the explodies first, though. Yasmin's Pride we used to use quite a bit back in the day when we actually used Ketris the Bull, but we don't really use him anymore, so we don't really use the weapon anymore. But it's not bad. It's alright. It's a good oldie. It's an oldie but a goodie, but not that good anymore. Radiant Poop. Oh, no, that's not poop. That's okay. It's another tool for your tool belt. So forget I said poop. Sleigh Bells. Poop Bells. And that's it. So get some explodies. Maybe get the Glaive of Many Goats. Yeah. And then as far as the troops go, you know, Sycorax. What about the dragon? What dragon do we have? Solarithus. So we have a Cosmic Dragon here. I always gotta see, does it say Dragon Gem or does it say Giant Gem? If it says Dragon Gem, it's a Cosmic. If it says Giant Gem, it's a Gem Dragon. This is a Cosmic Dragon, which leads to Stellaryx. So, it's your yellow Cosmic Dragon. Alright, does anybody have different mythics in their SOULFORGE that I can rank for you? Like on a different platform or something? Kinda got gas, sorry. Chad with a 2 running out there, butt cracker showing, tramp stamp on his back. Tss. Rag in his back pocket. Trying to save it. We're dying this month. I don't know what's going on. The train is just not there. It's not running. Somebody stole the catalytic converter off the train. They're under it, just cutting it. Sawzall. They all pulled up in a pickup truck. They jumped out. It was like 3 a.m. in the morning. They all crawled under the train, and they're sawing off the catalytic converter. You know, now our train sounds like a big fart. But we haven't even started it because we're afraid to. So, I don't know what's going on, man. Somebody stole our catalytic converter or something. But Chad with the 2, he's trying. He chased them off with his tramp stamp shining. He was running, and all you could see was a tramp stamp while he's chasing off the hillbillies that stole our catalytic converter off our train. Alright, so that's the SOULFORGE. What do we do next? Everything that's going on this week, right? Starting with the Glory Shop. We got the Zombie Goat. Whoops. Zombie Goat. 12 green, purple, pants, veil, undead beast. Disease and stun an enemy, then knock them to the back, explode 2 gems of one of their mana colors. Not very good. It's a goat. Are there any good goats in the game? I don't know. Put one in the chat if you know of a good goat. Maybe the Wild King? See a goat? Wild King? Probably the only one. That's good. Good goat. I don't know. There might be a couple other ones. Most of the time, though, they just knock something to the back and do something stupid. Who cares? This one's not very good. Alright, it's green, purple. Dynamite goat. He's the best. He's the dynamite goat. He's the best goat. Oh, it is Super Bowl hangover day, isn't it? Alright, we're coming. We got Arcane Venom trait stones. Let's go see what we can fully trait with those. You can get as many as you want right now. Might be a quick stream, y'all. Go make an EverQuest video. Green, purple, all colors, base rarity. So we can fully trait stuff like Arachnean Weaver, 75% chance to summon a web spinner when an enemy dies. That's nice. Web spinner is an awesome legendary, and you can summon it in with this awesome mythic. Ooh, what do we? I'm doing this off the top of my head, so forgive me if I forget any. We got a curse, a 40% chance to curse all enemies when my turn begins. What else? What else? We got Queen Aurora. Gain bonus mana from all gym matches. Quelt Zama has a 20% chance to resurrect myself with full mana when I die, and summon a Light Storm at the start of battle. Mandragora has that web. Possess King, if you're going to use them, you're probably using the Unstable Possession. Explode 2 random gems when on 4 or 5 gem match. Vernalis has Enchanted Vines, Entangle, and Fairy Fire, a random enemy of matching green gems. Yasmin has Entangle, a random enemy of matching green. Alright, we're down to the legendaries. We have anything? Anything? Are you empowered? Yeah. Blue to red, empowered. So if you have first mate, Axe Lubber, fully traded, he will start the battle with full mana, and then you can convert blue gems to red, get an extra turn on red, and get something up. That's what you do with those. Just like Moonrabbit, empowered. Start battle with full mana. Convert blue to yellow. Get something up on your team that uses yellow. Anything else? String Fiddler. Summon a Leaf Storm at the start of battle. Leprechaun. Very important. If you somehow just got your Leprechaun and you don't have any orbs, you could buy this trait stone in the Glory Shop. It's probably better to buy the trait stone in the glory shop than to use an orb. If you happen to get it or haven't traded it yet. Spirit Fox is also empowered. It's good for like guild wars or PvP situations where you will like they're empowered and you want to like take their mana away before they do their thing. Greed is empowered. Maybe you're using it for your Ironhawk team or some sort of gold farming team. Siren empowered. Trickster 75% start. If you do not have Leprechaun, you can go get Trickster. It's in the underworld and you can get it for sure. So it'd be a good replacement until you do get Leprechaun. But that's about it. That's your trait stone. Go get everything fully traded. Event key is Pan's Veil. This one's very top heavy. Remember, you can only get Pan's Veil troops from event keys. You cannot get the new Mythic. You can't get High King Irongut. You can't get Ironhawk. It's only Pan's Veil troops. Let's go check it out. Pan's Veil. Alright, Chad, have a good day at work, man. Maybe we shouldn't do noon. I don't know. I probably shouldn't do it all of a sudden like that. Pan's Veil. Alright, so you got Wild Queen, you got the Wild King. That's why you would be throwing event keys at Pan's Veil. They're both very good. Now, there are 4 mythics, though, so you got a 50-50 shot at getting the Wild Queen or the Wild King. But, you know, Pan isn't great. It's like a C tier, and Crapper Core is crap. So you're hoping for the Wild King or the Wild Queen. If you happen to miss, you could get King Salinas, who's a 50% start for Wild Folk. So ever so occasionally, I'll use King Salinas with, like, the Scourge of Honor, or I guess the Wild King or the Wild Queen. The Luna's in the Underworld. Yeah, it's really top heavy. Like, there's nothing else for real. Pretty sure. Blade Dancer super early in the game, maybe. Satyr Musician super early in the game, maybe. Yeah. Not great. Very top heavy. You have to get lucky throwing your event keys. Like with the Donna, like I always say, with the Donna, you know, you're going for Ironhawk. You could also get Tina, right? Or whatever. And then if you miss, you could get Tesla. And if you miss all that, you can get Bork. It's like, you're getting something good if you throw it at Donna. Probably. That's why it's the best one to do. So that's the event key drop table. What else is going on this week? We'll have to try to remember. It's Pan's Veil week. We got Pan's Veil Underspire, Pan's Veil Epic Trials. We got the World event, Skull and Spell. Tuesday, we have the Warrens faction event. I should put out a video. I should do a live stream. Wednesday, we have St. Meowlentine's, I think its name is. Little Valentine's Day pet. Thursday, we have Bard, class event. And this weekend, we have a faction expansion for Dark Court, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Elwyn used to be good back in the day. There's just so many other better options now. Like, I've never used Elwyn on any of my new account playthroughs. I've done 3 of them. Back in the day, it was a good recommendation. Like, get Elwyn. But it's just still, like, single target damage, right? So you're better off, like, trying to get Black Manacles or Queen Beatrix or King Gobtruffle or get your Rowan team all sorted out. Elwyn's good for, like, Arena. And it was good, like, 5-6 years ago. It's not bad if it's the only thing you got and, like, you're using it for a very specific thing. It's just, like, it'll hit one target really hard. But we're looking to, like, boost up Rowan and clear everything out in one hit. Or cast the Black Manacles, get a Devourer, kill everything in one hit. Or get Queen Beatrix, Royal Honey, a chance at looping, a chance at an extra turn, throwing green and brown up on the board, like... So many things, like one of your Cosmic Dragons or Immortals, like, all of those are way better than, like, using Elwyn. You know what I mean? So you got so many options these days, just between the Immortals and the Dragons. And the Underworld, like, those 3 things give you way too much. And then you get Rowan for completing a quest. You get Black Manacles for Mastery. Like, there's 5 different things that would be way better than using Elwyn, you know? And you get it, like, pretty much as long as you don't, like, close your eyes and driving to the pond. Like, if you're playing the game, like, decently, you're going to get something way better than Elwyn pretty quick. It's probably going to go, like, Rowan, then Black Manacles, then maybe an Immortal, and then a Cosmic Dragon, and then, like, Queen Beatrix and King Gobtruffle. And, like, all the while, you're going to have one of those, and then you're going to keep adding the other ones. And you're just, like, never going to use Elwyn. I promise. Anita's here. How's it going? But how's it going, PSM? Jets is here. Bear Razor. Brian Walker, if I didn't already say hi. I think I did. Super Bowl hangover day. Anita with the gifted, trying to help find the catalytic converter. Catalytic, right? Catalytic. Somebody went out there, Anita, and they got under the train, and they stole our catalytic converter, and they ran off with it, and Chad was chasing them, and he had his tramp stamp was showing, but he was trying, because it's just not been going anywhere lately. I think a bunch of people pulled up, some hillbillies, pulled up in a pick-em-up truck, and jumped out and took out the Sawzall and got our catalytic converter or something, because we just ain't been moving. Alright. So, I already went over what else is going on this week. What do I do after that? Campaign or something? With the help of an Ursian? Ursian? Why isn't it Urskian? Who's an Ursian? What is that? With the help of an Ursian? Urskian? It's probably supposed to be Urskian. You know, a bunch of people leaving. They don't have as many people these days. They don't proofread. It's like the 5th word of it, and they still got it wrong. Unless I'm wrong. Maybe there is a Ursian hunter. What's a Urs? Could be Ursa. Maybe I'm tripping. Am I tripping, y'all? I don't know. I thought it'd be Urskian, not Ursian. Am I wrong or are they wrong? Am I making a mountain out of a molehill here? Could be. Because it could be Ursa. But what's an Ursa? Maybe there's an Ursa somewhere. Let's look up Ursa. What's that mean? For the devs. Ursa. Oh. Huh. So I think it's just a typo. No, they're like, nobody reads this anyway. We don't got as many people working here anymore. No one to proofread, but nobody reads this anyway, right? With the help of an Earthian hunter, we tracked more of the gems to a great hoard. Tessarion realized what they were. The blood of an ancient evil known as the Decaying Queen. But legends told she had been defeated. How had her blood returned? Tessarion suggested we go to Pan's Vale. Yeah, maybe there is a Ursa bear. Ursa. Didn't I already do this? Ursa. Huh. I'm just making sure I'm not making fun of them for no reason, because I'll take it back. How do I... clear filter, dummy. Why do I do stuff like this? Clear filter. So I'm an idiot. Let's go down to you. Maybe there's something here. Let's try to figure it out for them. Let's give them some credit. Urska, 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 Urskian, Urskateer, Urskula. It's like they love to stick that K in there. Except for on Ursuvius. Maybe it's an Ursuvius hunter. But otherwise, look, Urski, Urskula, Urska Savage, Urska Wanderer, Urskateer, Urskian Blue, Urska Druid, Urska Dragoon, Urskian. Urskian. I think it's a typo. This proves it right here. There's no Ursian, it's Urskian. I know their own lore better than them. Urskian. Let's go make fun of them some more. Ursian Hunter. No one saw that except for me, probably. I'm like an editor at heart. Also a lawyer. I'm just not good enough. Like, I don't have enough discipline, IRL. Or else I should have been like a lawyer or editor or something. I like to argue. I love to point out mistakes and stuff like this. Like, look for them. Alright, we got Archmage. Cast spells in any battle except training. Brawler. Win any battle except training. And Slayer. These are all easy. So the devs are dumber than me. Alright, we got some HP. You're getting some pets. Purple books. Make sure to do your campaign. What else is going on? We gotta do Underspire and Epic Trials. If I missed anything, I feel like I missed something, but I think it's just because I did the World Event video this morning. Alright, let's do Epic Trials, I guess. I'm not really putting chapters in because I'm in a hurry. Sorry. Let's see what we can do here. Satyr Hunter, Selene Guard, King Salinas, and Nax. Destroy gems in an X shape, give 51 attack to the first ally. Place Hunter's Mark on enemies when doing scald damage. So you're going to gain attack, put Hunter's Mark, bang, hit him with skulls, hit him hard. Selene Guard, steal attack from an enemy and shift it to armor, barrier all wildfolk allies. And we got all wildfolk, right? So keep your barrier up, gain attack, hit them with skulls. Deal splash damage to an enemy, boosted by wildfolk allies, steal 1 magic from all enemies. Then burn. Alright, some more damage, 50% start. And cleanse an ally, then give 55 points of a random skill to them and 2 magic. If the ally is a wildfolk, give double the effects. So you could end up giving your first ally more attack. So it's like, do you cast this on your first ally or your King Salinas and hope you get magic? Probably cast it on my first, because it could give HP, it could give armor, make it a better tank, could give attack. I think you cast this on your first slot. But let's go. Let me change my medals. I think we're mostly going to be doing Skull. We got a 50% start, so we don't need Anu. And I never use Anu on this anyway. Because it's usually a long fight, so Anu doesn't help as much. Alright, let's see if I can give you any more tips. Anita helping Chad chase down the hillbillies that stole our catalytic converter. She rides up on a moped and tells Chad to jump up on the back. Got 2 centers on a moped, one with the tramp stamp. That's the scene for today. Everyone else is just getting devoured. Got purple, extra turn. Who's got... Show off in the chat. Who is the best? Who has the most? Show me. Just joking. Who has the most? Who's doing the best? Who's the most successful person in the chat? Prove it. Just prove it, dude. I'm just kidding. Alright, let's cast this on ourselves. We just gotta destroy, though. I mean, you could wait. I mean, we could... Let's just do King Salinas right now, I guess. Or we could do this. With everybody up, it's kind of hard to decide. I think I'm gonna do King Salinas, though. We'll hit the second slot, so we can hit 3 enemies, right? When you do splash damage, you usually want to do, like, second slot or third slot, so you hit more enemies. Now that somebody is open to taking mana, I think I'm gonna do this. X shape. So now King Salinas is right back up. Let's take this green. Alright, I might do King Salinas again. I should get my barrier up, maybe, though. Let's get the barrier up. 46 attack. We're going to take it from their first slot. They're not hitting us with skulls so hard. So we got a barrier, we got a way to steal attack, we have a way to boost our attack, we have a Hunter's Mark. So that's your main advantages. Let's do King Salinas on second slot again. We could try this on our first ally. See what he gets. Look like armor, maybe. Let's do this again. We want to boost our first guy's attack to the moon. Let's keep doing it. You can kind of do a little bit of board control with an X shape. Like I did last time I casted it. I got like yellow match. I don't really see... Like I can get a blue match right here, but we don't use blue. You would just take out the green and then the blue would drop on the blue. We could try for this yellow. Nope. Yeah, we'll take red. Maybe a skull fall on top of those other skulls. Nope. Purple extra turn. There we go. Alright, we should kill this thing. We got 178 attack. We're gonna do Hunter's Mark. Like, we're gonna overkill it. Bang. Green extra turn. We just want to see some skulls now. Maybe get our barrier back up. Take red. Keep barrier. Ah, they entangled. We can cleanse, though, with our necks. So let's go get some purple. Gotta cleanse that because our main damage is skulls. It sucks we got entangled. Now they're taking our purple. Alright, he got cleansed on his own. And then bang! See them skulls? Alright, let's get our barrier back. We'll steal from their first slot. And let's get some more attack, and we'll try to make skulls drop on, like... I'm gonna do it like here and hope a skull drops. Woo! What you talking about, Willis? Sinnycool's the best at this game. Your number one hero, Hulk Hogan, Sinnycool. Let's see. Let's try this again. I like it. We got magic, butt. Magic butts. Just need skulls. Give me them. Yeah. Bang. We win. Dude, this one used to be so hard. Pan's Vale. I remember, like, when it first came out. It was so hard. I was the one that came up with the strategy. That's why I remember it so vividly. I remember going to Tacit's stream and, like, teaching him how to beat it. But he's done that for me before, too. I'm not, like, trying to super brag or something. Just, it's reality. You can go back and watch it yourself if you don't believe me. Go back whenever Pan's Vale Epic Trials came out. Go back to where Tacit is attempting it, and you'll see me in the chat telling him what to do. It's like literally there for you to watch if you want. I'm not just making stuff up. Then they made it easier because it was way too hard. Like they changed the teams. But yeah, that's what you do. Boost up your Satyr Hunter with your Satyr Hunter. Keep your barrier on. You know, cast this whenever you have nothing else going on. Cast it on your second slot. This one, cast this on your Satyr Hunter. And then when you're stealing attack with the Slenny Guard, steal it from their first slot. Pretty much all you need to do. A Satyr Hunter is going to crush their face in with skulls. Especially after you cast it a couple times. Especially if your knack somehow gives it attack. Too. So I did it without losing a troop. Alright, next up, Underspire. Might not be the #1 best at making teams, but using teams, fighting fights, against the AI especially. I don't know. I'm maybe not the best at PvP either, but I have been Paragon before in a top 15 guild. Only one time, though. Let's see what we got. Pan's Vale restriction. And it was a long time ago, like when I first got into Mana Bombers, like 4 years ago. So it's also restricted on your weapons. What are we gonna do for Underspire? We got Crapper Core. Immortal Crapper Core. Light splash damage. It's not PvP, so I don't really want to use it. This only hits 3 enemies. Probably gonna use King Salinas, because we got a bunch of wild folk. Probably. Luna might be good for our mid-level team. What do we do? Alright, I like Trickster, even though we don't have a potion. Usually you want a potion when you're using Trickster, like an Explode potion. Because he's 75% start. It's nice to have the Enchant potion, I mean, not Explode. King Salinas. Maybe we go with the Wild King. Let's look at our weapons. Green and yellow. Maybe that. You could do Wild Queen and Wild King, if you really want to get crazy. Let's try it. Guess I would do this. Who do we want in front of who? Probably like that. You can still take yellow and blue. If we did it the other way around, she could only take purple. So you want the queen, you let the queen go first. Ladies first, right? If we did it like this, right? Just take a look. Wild King can still take blue and yellow. If you do this, the Wild Queen can only take purple. This thing's blocking on green, this thing's blocking on brown. So ladies first. King Salinas will start them both with 50% mana. And then it's like, you gotta look for, make sure you have a nice... We're gonna be throwing up green and yellow. This one green, this one yellow. It should be alright. And then we have to use Bard. Because we're using one of those weapons where you have to. And then our banner, we got 2 brown, we got 2 green. Let's do brown-green. What can we minus? We got brown, we got red, we got purple, we got green, we got yellow, we got every single color, so... I was gonna minus 1. Would be purple or blue? I guess blue would be fine. Alright. I'm not scared to minus a color. I'd rather have the extra green, the extra brown. You know, first 2 use brown, the second 2 use green. Who cares about minusing a little bit of blue that we're probably not going to match anyway? This would be my high-level team. We'll try it first. Make sure it works. But it looks like it should. Knighted11 was gifted a membership by Anita. On a man, a tramp stamp is called a... Good afternoon, Yoke the Ham. Brian says you don't like to argue about being accurate and factual. We don't like the gaslighting or embellishments of... Yeah. I feel ya. Alright, big old green. Big old yellow. Big old brown. I kind of want to cast the glaive before I cast either one of those. But we could try her. She's way safer, because she steals attack from... You'll steal attack from their first. And then if they hit you, like if it backfires, they have less attack, you know? She's like safer to... Usually. So here's your skull. If you're like dying to use skull in the world event, maybe use it in Underspire instead. Let's get this out of here because we want more yellow. And then we do this. So here's a fun skull team, hopefully. I don't know how good it's going to be, like, super deep. But I'll make a mid and a low as well. Maybe you'll like one of those better. Let's try this for a minute. And then we'll do our mid and our low. And then we'll get out of here. I do have a hard out today, but I don't even think we're going to make it to it. Purple extra turn. Brown into yellow. Got our glaive now. This early, you might as well take skulls, because they're just going to die. And I feel like I might as well... We could do this first. Put some more green up there. About to just do it. Bang, bang, dead. You really won't get to see how this team performs until you get deeper in. That's why I'm not like 100% on it still. And you could go all in on the Wild Queen or the Wild King if you only have one of them. But I always thought they would be good together. It's the King and the Queen. They're together. Ladies first. Let's get some blue and red. Skulls. Skulls. Let's just do it. Early, you're just going to take skulls, cast stuff. Not worry about it so much. Alright, one more fight with this team. And then I'll try to make a team with no mythics. Daniel, Lucas. It's not an extra turn. Got the glaive. Lots of green and yellow for our two, our king and our queen. Whichever one you have more of is probably the one you should do. We have 13 green, we have 10 yellow. So we should probably do green. I'm going to do second, because this thing's just going to die anyway. Steal the attack from the thing that might hit you back. Sometimes with Wild Queen you cast on second slot, because you know you're going to kill the first slot. Like, whoever you think's going to be still standing there is who you would want to steal the attack from. Sometimes you don't know if you'll kill the first slot, so you want to do first slot. Sometimes you know 100% you'll kill the first slot, so you want to do second slot. Sometimes you might kill both, and you want to do third slot, but... little team for you to try. King Salinas is starting these with 50%, so they're not as hard to get up. This thing's throwing up green and yellow. We had to make it barred so it would do enough green and yellow to hopefully get an extra turn. So you got damage here, you got skulls, enrage, stealing attack, and then some chip damage too. If you just want to hit them with the glaive and then do some King Salinas, like, I don't know, you can do lots of different things. Alright, let's try with no mythics. I'm just gonna do Luna, probably. I wonder if Beltane would be good with one of those. Blue to green and purple to yellow. So if you don't have like both the king and the queen, maybe you'd use Beltane. Just make sure you have alignment and whatnot. Yeah, maybe we should use Luna. It's fun to get the status effects. 1 to 2 status effects on all enemies, or 1 to 2 status effects on all allies. Unless there's something better. I mean, we can't use mythics, so... got King Salinas doing some damage, we got Luna doing some damage. We're probably gonna still... we don't have to use the glaive. We could use an Explodey. But Bard's a good class anyway, it's got 50%. You can use King Salinas to 50% start everything else. I almost want to just do double Luna. Double Luna. Or Trickster, just to get them up faster. Let's try Trickster. I mean, we already got King Salinas to help with the damage. All 3 of these do damage. So let's put on Trickster to... we could even do this, really. Like 2 mana generators up top, and then... that could be fine. Alright, banner. We got 2 greens, we got 2 reds, we got 2 yellows. Definitely want red. Probably red-green. No. This? Beastly banner? Stick with Bard, because we, using the glaive. If you start to somehow die, like lose your weapon, then you could switch to an explodey weapon if you want. Like maybe throw Trickster in first slot, use an explodey that's still getting mana. Let's try this for our mid. If you got triple Luna with the Light Storm, she can almost loop. A bunch of yellow exploding and stuff. Alright, see how Trickster, bang, up already. 75% start, then it's your Leprechaun. Boom, Leprechaun. Might as well take Skulls this early. Yellow extra turn, Luna, win. We found the door by doing highest level. I need to buy some more torches. This is kind of how I feel like the week is going to go from now on. Like, I'm hoping on Monday I could put out a video early for you. Like the team video for the guild event. Maybe not every event. I don't know. We'll see. And then the live stream. And then Tuesday, same thing. Gems of War, faction video early in the morning, and then live stream. And then Wednesday is EverQuest. But ideally, I can then put out another Gems of War video later that day on Wednesday. Thursday, maybe class event video, and then I don't know. I don't know why. I've been doing a lot of EverQuest. I don't know why. I don't know. Somebody told me to do what I want. That's like my favorite, my fun, like whatever. That's like what I've been having fun doing. So, like the spoiler video. I think it was like Friday. We had something weird like Arena or something, or the new Mythic. So that's why I've been doing so much EverQuest. Like there was no way to do. Oh no. I didn't want to do the race to the bottom with the new Mythic, so I just live streamed it. And then I put out an EverQuest video later that day. And then the spoilers, because Terran's World is no longer around, so I just did the stream, and then I put EverQuest out later. And then Sunday, I could not find a game, y'all. Like, I didn't look very hard, but the PlayStation... You guys remember how the PlayStation Network was down? Like, half the weekend? So I didn't have as much time to look, so on Sunday morning, I was looking, and I just couldn't find anything. Like, I look through the free games, and I sort from... So I do all games, and then I do free, like sort, but, you know, price filter. I just do free games. And then I did newest to oldest. And, like, the very newest games are, like, puzzle games, like, literal, like, putting puzzle pieces into a puzzle game, so which I'm definitely not doing. That'd get boring so fast. It's not going to work. And then there was, like, racing games. There was, like, battle royale games. There was, like, anime RPGs. That was the closest one. I was like, maybe I can play this anime RPG. But then it's some, like, if you want to find girls, find them in a dungeon was, like, the newest one. I forget what it's called, but some anime. If you want to hook up with chicks, go to a dungeon. I forget the name of it. Something like that. But then I looked at the reviews for it, and they were they were saying it was crappy, and like only people that watch that anime would even try to play it. And then even if they probably wouldn't even like it. So it's like that's probably not the right way to go. And then the further down I go, like the older they get. But I did see Bleach, and I saw like Genshin, whatever it's called. Those are the only two that maybe. Doesn't Sana play Bleach or something? I think she keeps mentioning it. Maybe I should try that. But if anybody knows, like, a free game on the PlayStation, in the PlayStation shop that's not old. So I want to see, like, 2020 forward. Like, Puzzle Quest 3 is the newest one we played, and otherwise we played, like, old games, and I think that's the problem. But there's not really nothing there right now, like, for free. I mean, I guess I could pay a couple bucks. Like, it has to be cheap. Because I want it to be accessible to the most amount of players. And you know me, like, I don't pay if I don't have to. I mean, I'll buy games, but if it's just I don't know. Like, I bought Marvel Puzzle Quest. I guess I should include some cheap games in there. I just don't want to pay, like, 50, 60 bucks for a game that may or may not work on the channel. So if we're just trying them, it's preferable that they're free. Especially if nothing working lately. Yeah, she's got a cool third trait. Luna's pretty decent. She's definitely one you talk about after you talk about like the obvious ones in the underworld. She's in that second tier of like troops you should get. You know, like the Magma Dragons, the Lunas, the Shoggoths. It's like after you get Queen Beatrix, the Miraji Queen, King Gobtruffle. She's like probably top 20 for sure. Maybe top 15. What I'm doing here is like everything to get her up as soon as possible. Like I'm hoping I don't have to have a storm and loop and stuff. I'm just hoping to cast her once right now, but maybe later on I'll change to that. So we get up Trickster right away. We cast it. It got up our glaive at least. Got the purple. Let's do the glaive. There's Luna. Alright, we're looking for the dragon now, and then we'll make a low-level team, and then I'm probably done for the day. I mean, you can't go very far without a catalytic converter. I mean, it sounds like a fart. We already had the fart can on sometimes. Now it just sounds like that all the time, whether or not we weld it on or not. I don't want to push it too hard with the missing parts. Brown. Glaive. Luna. Let's take this green just in case. Luna. You got King Salinas for backup. You got the glaive for backup. And they both do mana generation too. Alright, we got a Sentinel, so I'll save that for later. Alright, one more fight with this team, then we'll do our low-level team. Who wants to buy me a Valentine's Day present? Anybody got flowers or candy? Because I'm probably getting nothing. Actually, maybe. My daughter might give me a card. Like, she might draw me something. That's always the best anyway. I like that more than anything anybody else could ever give me for Valentine's Day. It'll just be a piece of paper that says, "You're the best, Dad." And then you keep it forever. I still got one. I still got one here somewhere. She draws me stuff all the time. You guys know I live with 2 redheaded women. You feel sorry for me? Dude, I had my brother that's 1 year younger than me was redhead. And now, my little one and my woman, that's what I'm dealing with. And I've been my whole life, I've never had a day of my life pretty much without one of... maybe a little bit. There've been a couple days. But most of my years, it's either been my brother or my woman or my kid. They are a crazy breed. And I must like them or something too. Alright, let's see. We got green, red, Trickster, our fake leprechaun from Wish.com. We could do this, and then this. Bang! Alright, let's make our low-level team and get the heck out of here. So, Luna is legendary, so we cannot use that on our low-level team. King Salinas is legendary, we cannot use it. I might want to use an explodey weapon so the low-level player can... But you never know, I don't know. Let's keep the glaive up for now. Get that in the SOULFORGE. Brian says, my life experience, women demand attention and men welcome it, mostly because the women are actually listening to us. Yeah, and then we don't listen, right? Problem with me, like, I'm not... Something with my hearing. And that's horrible, because then I don't hear, and then I have to say, huh? And then, like, they don't want to repeat themselves and get mad at me. And I'm not doing it on purpose. Like, I got my eardrum blown out at my last job. Like, for real. And then I always listen to, like, super loud music since I was born, almost. I'm not, like, deaf, but I don't need a hearing aid or anything. But it's like when multiple noises are happening all at the same time. Like, I can't... It's hard to hear. The other day, I went to school to pick up one of the kids because he was about to beat somebody's ass or something, and he wanted to come home. He actually ripped his clothes. Some other kid ripped his clothes. So he's like, I gotta come home. I gotta rip in my pants, and if you don't pick me up, I'm gonna beat the crap out of this kid. And he doesn't do that ever. So I was like, well, you gotta ask your mom. Like, I'm not just gonna pick you up. So he asked his mom. She said it's fine. So I went and picked him up. But anyway, I was going in the school. And I had to go, like, all the way in the school, like, go to the office and sign them out and everything. And there's, like, you walk in, and then you go to the right, and there's the window. They got a window, and it's, like, got this tiny slot, and you can barely hear the person. But then behind you, like, kids are going in and out, in and out, in and out, over and over and over. It was, like, noon, and, like, I don't know if kids were leaving for the day, like seniors were leaving for work or whatever, but it was just like bang, 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 like you're in prison or something. Like there's doors slamming, slamming, slamming every like 2 seconds. So I got this big bulletproof glass window with a tiny slot, which you can already barely hear the person. And then behind me it was bang, 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 bang. So it was like, then they didn't know who I was, because I'm like the stepdad, right? So I'm trying to like, they're trying to make sure he's allowed to go home. They're like calling his mom, and I'm trying to like hear what they're saying. And behind me he's like bang, 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 and I look like a shiesty character to begin with. It was all crazy. Then I had people like lining up behind me. I felt so bad. Like I'm like every time I go on stream and I talk about pulling up to McDonald's and knowing what you're gonna order, or you know, not driving slow, or not being the scratcher person in the gas station getting scratchers and scratching them in the front of the line. Here I am holding up the whole freaking high school line. But I couldn't hear, and they wouldn't let me get them. I don't know. It was crazy. It's just like I can't hear when there's stuff behind me like going bang, 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 like over and over and over. And then like giant thick piece of glass with a tiny slot in it. And this lady, like she had to be new too. Like it was like a shit storm. Like it was all the wrong stuff happening all at the same time. I didn't know I was going there either. I didn't really feel like going there. I don't know. Anyway, just thought I'd tell you that. Alright, let's see. We need stuff that's not legendary. Maybe Elwyn. Elwyn, this would be a good time for him, maybe. But like I said, he only does damage to one enemy. And it's a random enemy. He might kill them, though, but hopefully there's something better. Copernicus. Your mom and sister are redheads, I can relate. Yeah. Alright, what do we got? Lapina. Deal damage to an enemy, grant all allies a random stats effect. It's been my whole life living. Steal attack and transform blue gems to purple to boost the effect. That might be cool. Burrow Warden. Steal attack. Explode a gem, silence a random enemy. Blade Dancer's alright. Boosted by all enemy armor, so it'll get better the deeper you go. Maybe like Satyr Musician. He's good. He'll help you win. Destroy a row and column, knock one of the first two enemies back, then deal damage. Thinking Satyr Musician is just like a safe option for sure. And then maybe you could try Blade Dancer. Then we have to change our weapon. kind of want to do an explodey anyway. Alright, so we got green, purple, brown, and yellow. Green, purple, brown, and yellow. This one uses red and makes green and yellow. Could switch to that. Or we could still use the glaive of many goats and just put them in a different order. What's this one have on it? Silence? Ooh, that'd be more silencing. This one has a leaf storm. I just feel like you might need a summon if you're low level. This one's purple and brown. This one's purple and yellow. I think I might go with the glaive still, but if you start losing troops, switch to an explodey. Do this, then that, then this, no, then this. Alright, so you gotta make sure that everything can get mana. So this takes red and brown, this will take yellow, this will take green, this will take purple. So they all have their own color that they can take. And if this gets filled up, then this will take brown, right? And if this gets filled up, this will take yellow. If this gets filled up, this will take green. But they all have their own color too. Red, yellow, green, purple. Alright, banner. We need brown and yellow, probably. Or actually, maybe brown and green. Brown and green. Alright, we got red, we got brown, we got yellow, we got green, we got purple. So we're missing blue. Perfect. Rat banner. Stick with Bard. If you're using Glaive of Many Goats, you gotta use Bard. Bard's good though anyway. It's 50% start. Alright, this is our low-level team. Did I show the team code for the last one? I probably didn't. Well, here's the team code for this one. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to try to make your faction video for the Warrens, hopefully for Reset. And then I'll be streaming, I don't know, I think I'm going to stick with 10 a.m. for now. I need to do like at least a community tab post or something first before I switch the time. Guess I'll stick to 10 a.m. for now. Even though I did super late today. Maybe I'll run a poll. We can run a poll. That'll be the first thing. Like, does anybody care what time we stream? There'll only be 2 times on there, though. 10 a.m. or noon. I know you guys already said you pretty much don't care. Oh, my phone died. Sweet. This seems like alright. You got the Glaive of Many Goats doing damage, throwing up yellow and green. Satyr Musician doing damage to multiple enemies and silencing. Blade Dancer doing damage to all enemies that get stronger as the enemies get stronger, catching the green. And then Trickster to also help you get up and mess up their team a little bit. Mana generating sandwich with 2 damage dealers in the middle. Might as well take skulls this early. I think if you see purple, definitely take it, because it'll get your Trickster up right away. I would look for purple first, because that can get up pretty much your whole team, you see? And they're all dead. So look for purple first. Then I'd say brown next. We got purple, but we got brown. Blue extra turn. Remember to take your extra turns from top to bottom. You don't mess them up. Might as well take the skulls. I need to do my beginner videos from my... Just gonna take so much time. Alright, one more fight, then I'm out of here. Thank you so much, Chad and Anita. Appreciate y'all. And it's the dragon fight. Perfect. We'll be back tomorrow. We got at least February and March left. March Madness. Get up our glaive. Let's get up everything else. Alright, if I have the option here, let's see if this kills. It probably won't. It's only 50 scatter damage, right? Plus 26, so that's 76. But if all the enemies add up to more than 76, then it's not going to kill, right? So I'm about to do this first. Now, all that damage will go to the dragon and kill it. So you got to decide, like, will your Blade Dancer kill or not? And if it won't kill, do the Satyr Musician first. Or the Glaive first, or whatever. Knock them down a little bit more before you do your scatter damage. The less enemies there are, the more concentrated the scatter damage gets. Kind of the stronger it gets. The more enemies there are, the more it spreads its butt cheeks and does less damage. Let's do the little trick. Alright, I'm gonna fight one more, because I'm gonna just lock it in. Past the door. Daniel, think whatever's best for me? Man. Whatever's best for me is whatever's best for you, for real. You know what I mean? Like, I just want you guys to be happy. Anywhere between, like, I could almost start at 9:30. I doubt I would be able to, like, commit to that, but I could try. And then I can go as late as, like, even, like, 1, but it would just make the stream shorter and shorter, because I got a hard out at, like, 2:30-ish. So any later than, like, 12 wouldn't leave us much time. I could do any start time between, like, 9:30 and 12. I'd either prefer, like, the super early or the super late. That way I can do something else instead of having a stream right in the middle. I'd rather either get on quick and get it over with or make it last and know it's the last thing I'm doing before I leave. Alright, here's team code again if you're low level. But yeah, if you have Luna, you could probably get Luna so easy. So I doubt anybody's going to be using this team, but it does work. If you have Luna, I would say put it on there instead of Blade Dancer, maybe. But you could get 2 Lunas, and I don't know. But high level, I went with Wild King and Wild Queen. Mid level, I went with Luna. Low level, I went with Blade Dancer and Satyr Musician. I guarantee this team you could beat the 7th boss, but if you're a low level player, I'm not guaranteeing. If you're a high level player, you could, but I don't know. I know I could beat it with that team, is what I'm saying. Alright, does anybody need anything else? You guys need anything? I'm here for you. I'm pretty much done with my own ideas in my own head, and I'm probably going to take off. If you guys don't have anything. But yeah, alright. Jam Ricks was here. I think I already read everything in the chat, too. Oh, is there something wrong with Anita? Oh, you're sick as F? Dude, everybody's been sick. My daughter's sick right now. She's home from school. They sent out a message, like, there's something going around the high school, too. I was sick, but it was like a month ago, so was Mrs. Sinny like a month ago. Probably almost 2 months ago now, I don't know. Month and a half. But yeah, I think everybody in our house has been sick in the last month or two. It's definitely going around right now, Anita, so get well soon. Sorry I didn't see that sooner. I didn't know you were sick. Being in the UK a bit later is then you're home from work? Okay. Yeah, I'll put up a poll. I'll do it right now, so if you guys want to vote. I'm just going to, like, probably do either 10 a.m. or noon, and that'll be the vote. But I guess that's it for today, y'all. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about channel comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which is tomorrow. I'll work on the faction video. I'll try to get it out at reset. And then we'll stream at 10 a.m. EST, probably. Well, just check in. I don't know. I think 10 a.m. Oh, freaking Miss Cindy's home tomorrow. I don't know. Guess check the community tab, because I don't know. She kind of throws a monkey wrench into things. She kind of got irritated with me because I went to a different room to stream. I don't know if she wants me to stream. I don't know. She's difficult. she's cool, but she's difficult sometimes. You know, women. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks so much for joining me today. Daniel, Lucas, MJK, Jets, Brian Walker, The Professor. Got Yoke the Ham, JM Rick, Zig the Kid. Thank you for being here again, Zig the Kid. I got so much EverQuest, you should go check it out. I was putting videos out like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. At least I did like 3 extra EverQuest videos. I'm just hoping one of them hits, you know. I think one of them's pretty good. A lot of people missed part 2, level 2 of Runny Eye, I noticed. Even Trey said he missed it. PSM was here. Chad the Clip Bomb. Bear Razor. We got Jets. We got Bear Razor. We got Chad. Chad with a 2, starting it off, chasing off those hillbillies that stole our catalytic converter off the train. That's why it's not moving. It's missing a part. Professor Brian, Eric B was here today. Was Eric first, and then Brian, and then the Professor? Alright, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace out. Thank you so much. Have a good day. You're the best. Toodaloo.